But Jose, I know you said secondary. I think we found our outside corners in Ambry Thomas and Mosley. I think they're going to be well for what the 49ers look for or need out of a corner. I mean, they're not like Pro Bowl corners, but they're going to be guys that can play man, tackle well, and do what the 49ers need at those corner positions. So, but definitely K1, I think you let him walk. I think he's shown that he's on the downside of his career versus like the upside. He got burnt quite a bit in the playoffs and just through the season, and he's obviously injury risk. What do you think about Tartt? Do they bring him back? Is it a money thing, or do you let him walk?
I think it's a foregone conclusion he's gone. And really? I think he's my number one lock to leave the 49ers. And it's not even so much of the Niners not wanting him. I think it's so much of him not wanting to stay here too much. And I think it's you look at last season, he was a free agent, right? Why did it take so long for him to re-sign? Well, he was fielding offers. He was waiting for the market. He doesn't want to stay here. And I think a lot of it is just because of, he wants to be paid, but he doesn't want Uncle Sam to keep siphoning off his contract. And I kind of know a little bit about that.
So you think Miami is the fit for him?
I think Miami is a fit. Not the fit, but a fit. Yeah, sure. Because, no state income tax. They can break him off pretty well. And then just imagine him with Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. Like, my goodness. I don't know who they have starting safety. They probably have at least one that's good. But you just put Tartt there, then my goodness. And that's a nice boost right there in Miami. You got a nice little defense going on there.
They already have a pretty decent defense.
I just think he wants to get broken off, and he just, especially after multiple years of not really feeling his worth in terms of value because of, thanks to California. So as much as he wants to stay, I think he's the foregone conclusion. He's a lock. He wants to look for a nice payout in a place where he feels his value, and rightfully so. He's a vastly underrated safety. He's a really good safety. I think he's a top 5 strong safety at least. And if you go overall safety, top 10, top 12. So good. Get that money back that he deserves and go play for somewhere that he wants to feel worth. Not saying the 49ers don't see him as worthless, because he's done a great job here and the 49ers would happily have him back. I just don't know if they're really going to allocate those resources to him where they have other places of need.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, obviously any California team has to deal with the income taxes here. And even if he gets not as much money in Miami, he'll be able to keep more of that because they don't have income tax. So that's obviously a challenge.
Like I said, for a fact, from covering the team too, when they used to give us player access, that players actually do look at that as a significant factor, which is why I'm leaking that way, and also like might have heard little things, maybe not true, I don't know, with Tartt. But remember Trent Williams? He was this close to signing to the Chiefs. Right. He was that close to signing to the Chiefs because not only were we going to make him a top paid, but he was going to see a lot of that money because, Missouri, Kansas City is not the same as here. So that's why the 49ers had to bump it up to make up for that loss he was already going to take. So that's something that definitely plays a part. These guys really consider those cash. That's why they don't really attract too many outside free agents. That's why they're always running it back. I mean, you can look at teams like the Chargers the same way too, or even the Rams. The only way they stay here unless you cash them out just to make up for that loss from the taxes.
Right. And a lot that they're not really getting people through free agency. They're getting them through the trading them, and then obviously breaking them off. So I'm with Sean. I think Jalen Pitre is an option there in the second round. He's a safety out of Baylor that looks really, really good on tape so far. Great tackler, seems to cover a lot of ground as well. So definitely an option in the second round. We're gonna stick. Please subscribe to this channel. We're gonna be talking a lot about the draft upcoming and do some pieces on that as well.